For most people, this thing would seem pretty clear that matriarchy has nothing to do with femdom. But I've noticed that there is a lot of confusion, especially online, and based on online searches, people also make their conclusions. Yeah, and then they bring their perception to real life, even if I wouldn't say that online is not real. Yeah, obviously it is real, especially that we spend more and more time online. So you would see lots of fishy, sexy pictures, yeah, of femdom scenes with captions something about matriarchy. Yeah, this is the future that males should expect. Yeah, or this is like what happens when women rule, or this is what we call matriarchy. And this type of accounts, this type of content is made by fetishists, by fetishist men. If you see that women get along with this, if they create this type of content where they post themselves, yeah, like I don't know, sitting on a man who is undressed and who wears a mask, for example, yeah, and a collar and a leash, and she sits on him in public, this has nothing to do with matriarchy, especially when there is an aspect of humiliation. How is that supposed to be humiliating? Okay, let's put some dots on you. I'm speaking like this because I'm Russian, okay? Obviously, for you, that's I. Sometimes I wonder, why am I supposed to be speaking English? Why aren't you start learning a different language? I usually have this thought when I speak to native English speakers, yeah? It's so comfortable for them that they are so used to the thought that everyone speaks their language. I feel so oppressed. My feelings should be validated. Equality. Let's all speak our languages, and it doesn't matter that someone does not understand this, okay? And if you disagree, you are a bigot, you have to educate yourself. Okay, anyway, this type of stuff, this is not matriarchy, okay? Matriarchy is the power of mothers, first of all. Matriarchy is not the mirror of patriarchy. That's why if matriarchy comes, you won't see, hopefully, you won't see the amount of violence coming from women towards men, just like it's always been vice versa. You're not gonna see that. And again, I mean, hopefully, otherwise it's not gonna be a matriarchy, because matriarchy has completely different values. And I wish patriarchy was the same, because by definition, that's the power of the patriarch, of the father. And to be honest, yeah, they kind of failed. If they were just to protect and to provide, yeah, and to be a reliable source of everything, of provision, of safety for women, then maybe women wouldn't be so opposed patriarchy, because I know that lots of women, they want to see this strong man, yeah, who's protective, who takes care of them, who takes care of the whole family, yeah, of the whole pack. This is something that makes you an alpha, okay? But women don't feel that. That's why they have to, or if they do feel like in many cases, yeah, what happens is that men start see it as a form of power that they will overuse, because they feel like a woman is dependent, yeah, because she doesn't do any job sitting at home. So matriarchy is not a reversed patriarchy, but that's a fetish for so many men. That's a fetish for men who are somehow called submissives, okay? So they would fantasize about the oppression but put on them. Yeah, if you take such fetish as sissification, they fetishize the oppression. They want to be oppressed. They want to be feminine, yeah, hence humiliated. You won't meet that many cisses who would say, oh, I just want to be feminine, yeah, and I don't see anything humiliating about it. And there are people like that, and I've met them, and they understand that they have this type of fetish, and that's fine. That's just a fetish, okay? But lots of them, they want to be presented as a woman and they want to be humiliated for that, because somehow femininity equals submissiveness, even in femdom circles, which is ridiculous. I find that completely ridiculous, that femininity means weakness and submissiveness, that women make themselves more masculine, hence more dominant, and they feminize men in order to make them more submissive and to humiliate them. She's so funny, she's so awkward, right? And as if it somehow diminishes a man if you call him a she. Oh yeah, tap on your femininity, right? So why I'm speaking about it, because often in this matriarchy content, yeah, which again has nothing to do with matriarchy, there is a lot of either like male slaves, yeah, who like present themselves as slaves, or feminized men, as if roles are reversed now, okay? So women are breadwinners, women are providers, and men just stay home and clean. Okay, that's nice when a man can clean, but I don't think that this is what women truly want. And I'm talking about, obviously, all women are different, but I'm talking like in general, yeah? Not so many women would want to have like roles completely reversed. So again, matriarchy is the power of mothers. Everything is based around mothers, because mothers are the source. Mothers are sacral. And it's not a fetish. That's the last thing that could be a fetish, even potentially. Like if you fetishize motherhood, and I know that lots of you perverts do that, okay? Have bad news, really bad news. Like that sucks. And especially this modern generation, that they watch too much porn, and also they want, even if they say, oh, we want to destigmatize everything, yeah, all mental health issues, they do quite the opposite. They want to label everything. So they see a pregnant woman as a woman who was cream pied, okay, as if there is something sexual about breastfeeding a child. But okay, that's been for many years, pretty much, because men see female breasts as something for their enjoyment, yeah, not for feeding babies. Anyway, my main point is that a woman, like a femdom, yeah, who stands tall with a whip and has all these male slaves around, it has nothing to do with matriarchy. That's not matriarchy. How is that matriarchy? Okay, we can see everything under some certain angle, and that depends on the context, of course, yeah, whatever she wants. If it makes her feel empowered, then this is matriarchy, this is like female dominance. But again, female dominance and matriarchy are not the same things. I'm not even sure I want to use the word dominance here, because that's more like female leadership. That's more like the system that's based on matriarchal values. There is nothing wrong if there is a man in a position of power if he has these values. Again, I want to remind you that femdom is a range of fetishes that somehow refer to pleasure in a woman, or like a woman being in power, in control. And this is like BDSM is not real life. BDSM is a play, and that's supposed to be a play. That's supposed to stay a play. And matriarchy has nothing to do with BDSM, even if you will see that it's like lots of connections. Yeah, people try to connect these things. And even me, yeah, like I talk about kinks, and I practice femdom, and I also stand for matriarchy. And you can do this like things at the same time, but also you have to realize that your fetishes, again, are not some kind of political statements. And when you hear such conversations like, oh, we should put all like bad men in a chastity cage, put them on a leash, that's just a fantasy. That's just a fantasy for those men who have these fetishes and they benefit from it and they love it. And I just really don't like when also women fall into this line of thinking, when they support it, yeah, when they keep talking about it. And I understand why they do it. They do it for money. They do it because they want your money. And that's fine, okay? I'm not gonna judge them. Or maybe I would, just a little bit. If you Google matriarchy, what kind of pictures you will see, you think? That basically became like a porn category. Motherhood became a porn category. Something that's supposed to be so divine, so sacral, that just was refused to porn category. To some fantasies of men, of a bunch of men who just like to be humiliated, and they think that this is the world they want to live in. And do you know why? There is another connection. Leftism. I know. I talk quite a lot about politics, yeah. And I think that these things are not supposed to be political. I think that these are social issues, these are interpersonal issues, these are like some identity issues, identity crisis issues, yeah. But they are not supposed to be political, but they are. And if you see that, like if you look at, liberal, most leftist people, they glorify kink, they glorify mental health issues, labels, yeah, everything is a kink. Yeah, you just like this, you want a family, oh no, you want to be bred, you have a breeding kink, or like you like compliments, that's a praise kink. Everything is a kink, okay? Also, another line of this movement is like empowering women, but without any clear definition of what a woman is. Yeah, which is another topic, which I'm not going to discuss right now. Anyway, and this kind of women's empowerment comes together with bashing men. And again, I'm not standing on the right side here. Yeah, I'm not saying that patriarchy has never existed. Men have been doing everything right. Yeah, they never did anything bad to women. Actually, violence against women is my main trigger. And by trigger, I mean not only that it triggers me emotionally, yeah, and causes me lots of pain, and that's true, yeah, but that's one side. But also by trigger, I mean that it makes me do something, it makes me talk, it makes me work more, it makes me talk to women more, it makes me talk to men about it as well and change their perception about what's going on. But again, I'm not joining any right or left forces. I'm somewhere in between. I have my own opinions, but also I like to observe things, and I can see some clear correlations maybe that other people do not see. I don't know, but for me that's pretty clear. Yeah, that was it. That was the main intention, to tell you that Femdom has nothing to do with matriarchy. Matriarchy is a separate system, okay? And Femdom, again, is just a range of fetishes of men with special needs, and often it has nothing to do with pleasure in a woman, even. Anyway, that's it for today. Follow me everywhere, send me tributes, leave your comments down below, and I wish you a good day.